November 11th, 2020, Fluency. Drag each expression in the correct answer space to show sums, differences, products, and quotients less than 100 and those greater than 100. So we have less than 100, so whatever our sum, difference, product, or quotient is. If it's less than 100, we'll drag it to this box. If it's greater than 100, we'll drag it to this box. So let's take a look. First, let's do this one. So 15 and 46 hundredths plus 75 and 2/10. Now, if I'm adding, you do have to line up your decimals. So let's line up our decimal here. So line them up. Line them up. All right, we have 15 and 46 hundredths plus 75 and 2/10. So plus 75 and 2/10. You can put a placeholder of 0 after that too if you'd like to. You don't have to in this case. All right, let's go ahead and add. 6 plus 0 is 6. 4 plus 2 is also 6. Ooh, there we go. Drop that decimal, drop it down, down low. 5 plus 5 is 10. I'm going to carry that 1, drop that 0. 7 plus 1 is 8, plus another 1 is 9. Awesome, awesome. Ooh, I guess I did not make enough of those 6s there. All right, so our answer to our addition problem here is 90 and 66 hundredths. So is that greater than or less than 100? Well, I know 90 is less than 100, so I'm going to put this choice in this box. Awesome, awesome. All right, now I'm going to delete that, so I'm going to choose another one to do. How about we subtract here? 154, 154, and 67 hundredths. So put that decimal here, 67. Remember, when we're adding and subtracting, we have to line up our decimals. In this case, it's subtracting, so yes, we are lining up our decimals. Line them up. Line them up. So 28. So this 2 is in the 10th spot, so that's going to go under that 5. The 8, and then 27 hundredths. So 27. All right, let's subtract now. 7 minus 7 is 0. 6 minus 2 is 4. Drop that decimal. Drop it down low. 4 minus 8 we cannot do, so we've got to borrow. That 5 becomes a 4 to make that 4 a 14. So 14 minus, I know I'm kind of squishing it up here. 14 minus 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I know that's 6. 4 minus 2 is 2. 1 minus 0 is 1. So 126 and 40 hundredths, or in 4/10. Is that greater than or less than 100? So greater than means bigger than, less than means smaller than. So yeah, 126 is bigger than 100. So I'm going to drag this into this box. All right, let's take a look at the next part. No, that's not what I want. All right, now let's move this back. All right, let's take a look. How about we look at the division problem? So 815 divided by 5. So I'm going to bring my house over here. So I have 815, 815. That's going to go on the inside of our house, our dividend. And on the outside of our house, our divisor is 5. How many times can 5 go into 8 evenly? It can go in 1 time. So I'm going to put that 1 above the 8. Now 5 times 1 is 5. Now we're going to subtract here. So 8 minus 5, 8 minus 5 is going to be 3. Then we have that 1 that we need to bring down. So I'm going to kind of make this a little bit shorter here. There we go. Ooh, okay, that works. So let's bring that 1 down. How many times can 5 go into 31? I know that 5 can go into 31. I'm going to move this up. 5 can go into 31 6 times, evenly. 5 times 6 is 30. All right, now I'm going to subtract. And I get, well, I know 1 minus 0 is 1. I know now I have to bring that 5 down. All right, that was a great sound effect. How many times can 5 go into 15? It can go into 15 evenly 3 times. So 5 times 3 is 15. When you subtract, you get 0. So there's no more remainders. So our answer here is 163. So 163, is that greater than 100 or is that less than 100? I know that's greater, that's bigger than 100. So I'm going to put that over here in this box. All right, last but not least, let's take a look at, there we go, our multiplication. All right, so the multiplication here, oh, I guess I could have put this over here. Well, I can do that now, so I have a little more room. Okay, so our multiplication, 19 and 5/10. Do I have to line up the decimals when I'm multiplying or dividing? No, I don't. All right, so 19 and 5/10 times 6 and 8/10. So I'm going to line it up to the right. 6 and 8/10. Got to add more of those. All right, so now let's, I also didn't have my little fraction bar, or our little line here. I'll make it, sorry. Oh. There we go. All right, so I have to add some more of those in too. Okay, so this is multiplying, so we're going to multiply. 8 times 5 I know is 40. I'm going to carry that 4, drop that 0. 8, we're going to ignore those decimals. 8 times 9, or 9 times 8 is 72, plus the 4, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76. Carry that 7, drop that 6. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 7. 8 plus 7 is going to be 15. So I'm going to do that 15 down here. I need to put some more of these numbers. Sorry, everybody. All right, so now we're done with those remainders. You can get rid of these remainders if you would like to. And then we are done with this 8. So we are moving over a place value, which means we have to put a placeholder of 0. Now, we are going to, wrong way. We are going to multiply through this 6. 6 times 5 is 30. Also zeros. Oh my goodness. All right, so 6 times 5 is 30. I'm going to carry that 3, drop that 0. 6 times 9, or 9 times 6 is 54, plus 3 is 57. Carry that 5, drop that 7. 6 times 1 is going to be 6, plus 5 is 11. All right, now let's, what are we going to do here? We're going to add them. Add them up, add them up, add them up. Whoa. That's not right. There we go. All right, now here we go. Okay, let's add these up. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 6 plus 0 is 6. 5 plus 7 is 12. I'm going to carry that 1, drop that 2. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. And then 1 plus 0 is 1. Now, that decimal, how many spaces am I going to move it in? Well, let's take a look. We go in 1, in 2 total. So in our answer, we're going to move in 1, in 2, in 1, in 2. So our answer here is 132 and 60 hundredths, or 132 and 6 tenths. So 132 is way bigger than 100, so that is also going to go in this box. So that's it for our fluency. Great job!